Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight on your Friday. I'm Sophie Erber. January saw the number of new jobs grow, but just barely. 10 million people remained unemployed, according to the latest statistics. Our Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon reports that President Joe Biden and Democrats say the new job numbers show why their proposed COVID-19 relief package needs to be passed. And it's our top story at 5.
New unemployment numbers from January show anemic job growth, a clear sign the economy is still reeling from the pandemic.
At that rate, it's going to take 10 years before we get to full employment. That's not hyperbole, that's a fact.
That's why Democrats say they're pushing ahead with the president's $1.9 trillion stimulus package, including $1,400 stimulus checks for Americans, even if the package has no Republican support.
Hopefully, in a 2-week period of time, we'll send something over to the Senate.
California Senator Alex Padilla, along with Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bob Menendez, want the package to help essential workers who are undocumented immigrants.
Immigrants have contributed to our economy and are working on the front lines in various sectors, including healthcare. They have earned not just protections in the workplace, but security and a pathway to citizenship.
That's an idea sure to meet strong opposition from Republicans like Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who argue the package is already too full of controversial provisions.
They've, in effect, taken out the proposal that prevented checks from going to illegals. They've taken out support for fracking, and they've taken out support for the Keystone Pipeline.
Democrats hope to pass this COVID relief package by mid-March. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Let's take a quick look now at the latest COVID-19 numbers here in Siouxland. The total number of fatalities now listed in Woodbury County surpassing the 200 mark today. This after Woodbury health officials reported 2 new deaths. There have also been 24 new cases in the past day. In Nebraska, Dakota County reports just 5 new positive tests today, so some good news there over the bridge. The county showing a positivity rate of about 2.6% for the past week. And in South Dakota, Union County reports a positivity rate of 9.9% with 104 cases currently listed as active. Many folks who are now eligible to get vaccinated are expressing frustration toward being unable to schedule an appointment this first go-around. One elderly couple who attends the Siouxland Center for Active Generations telling us within 15 minutes of the application portal opening online, all of those appointment slots were filled. And despite many attempts to refresh that page, the couple could not access the application portal. We'll hear from that couple and more on their frustrations toward the recent vaccination efforts coming up tonight at 6. Meanwhile, in Nebraska, state health officials today say they're seeing an influx of people who are not coming back for their second dose of the vaccine, which is needed. So far, the state says around 6,000 Nebraskans have not reported back to get their necessary second dose. Of course, it is something the state health director finds concerning.
We're also want to encourage everyone, if you did receive your first dose, we want you to come back and receive your second dose. We are seeing a slight lag in folks not coming back for their second doses. So please ensure if you got your first dose that you are coming back. We have a dose for you. So we want to make sure that you are fully inoculated.
And meanwhile, the Dakota County Health Department says they will no longer be taking names for that vaccine waiting list. The department says the number of names they currently have on their list exceeds the number of vaccines they were given by a wide margin. They say they're currently waiting for the planned statewide system to get up and running, and they plan on providing residents with more information on how to use that system in the coming days. And for people over in Plymouth County, a phone line to get on that vaccine waiting list there will be opening up Monday. People in Plymouth County over the age of 65 can call the number that you see here on your screen. That's 712-546-3646. Again, that starts on Monday at 8 in the morning. When you call, you will be directed to leave a message with your name and your contact information. You'll then be placed on a waiting list and then called once a vaccine's available for you. The health department also asks you only call once to get on the list to avoid clogging those phone lines. Over in the Rushmore State, Governor Kristi Noem signed an executive order allowing dentists to administer the vaccine. The order signed this afternoon, rolling back certain rules, saying that dentists may only administer drugs in connection to dental conditions. Now, the rule change allows dentists with previous experience with injections to administer these vaccines again on a volunteer basis at COVID-19 vaccination sites. And more teenagers will be able to get a discount on hunting licenses next year if a bill making its way right now through the South Dakota legislature makes its way to the governor's desk. Now, under a bill that passed through the House today, South Dakota teenagers under the age of 18 would qualify for this reduced price hunting and trapping license. And they can fish without a license. Again, that's only if this passes. That currently only applies to kids under 16 right now. The new bill also takes away the discount currently applying to out-of-state kids. The bill now heads to the South Dakota Senate. And it's time now for our first check on the weather. Meteorologist Marcus Beasley standing by. Marcus, a chilly day to be out, but I did see some people ice fishing.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely a good day if you're going to be ice fishing here throughout Siouxland, as temperatures are definitely on the colder side. We are going to see even colder temperatures, so we're going to have very, very good ice fishing weather here in the forecast. Highs today only reaching up into the teens and 20s. 20 in Sioux City was your high today, 22 in Wayne and Yankton, 18 in Lamar, 17 in Cherokee, 14 for a chilly high temperature there in Storm Lake. Overnight tonight, expect temperatures to drop down into the low single digits, so we'll be flirting with sub-zero temperatures tonight, but not quite there. But we won't have long until we see those temperatures dip down below zero. I think that'll happen this weekend, and we might see some snow as well to go along with that. Details on that in the 9 on 9. Sophie?
Winter reminding us it is here. Thanks, Marcus. Well, due to that extreme cold, we are expecting next week the Army Corps of Engineers deciding to ramp up their releases from the Gavins Point Dam. Now, these releases of the dam went from 17,000 to 19,000 cubic feet per second starting noon today. The Corps releasing the extra water to combat the ice that is expected to form on the smaller creeks and streams. Those lead into the Missouri River, reducing the overall flow. Now, they do plan on keeping up the increased flow until temperatures return to normal. The city of Sioux City is looking into changing its policy on snow emergencies at their upcoming city council meeting. The ordinance would automatically declare it a snow emergency at any time that it snows more than 2 inches in a 24-hour time period. Currently, the city is required to declare a snow emergency in order to enforce those parking bans on emergency snow routes. The routes need to be kept clear to maintain emergency services. Drivers who park those routes during snow emergencies do face a fine, and they could have their vehicle towed. Students with disabilities are getting a unique chance now to continue their education after high school at the college level. Northwestern College in Orange City's NEXT program is a 2-year program where a student walks away with a certificate of completion. The 10 students currently enrolled in this program are gaining things like independence, they're growing socially, and working towards skills to help them get a job in the future.
Done here, we hope that they will be able to get a job, gainful employment, competitive gainful employment, that they'll be able to be successful, independent young adults in the community, living on their own in an apartment with a job that's going to help them be successful.
And coming up tonight at 6, KCAU 9 News reporter Marina Bach speaks with some of the students in this program to learn a little more about what they've learned. In November, South Dakota voters said yes to legalizing marijuana, but now the work begins. We're taking a look at the rules and regulations going into place so state agencies and businesses know what to expect.
It looks like tonight we'll have some light snow move into the area. Light snow possible throughout much of the weekend as well, and extreme cold moves in on top of that snow. Details on all of that after the break.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Sophie Erber and meteorologist Marcus Beasley. This is KCAU 9 News at 5.
And it does look like overnight we're going to see temperatures stay below zero next week. And take a look at this picture right here sent to us from Samantha in Wayne, Nebraska. This is what happens with that rime ice that we've seen here throughout the week in the morning. This is a close picture, and it's pretty cool because they look like little needles.
They really do. Do we know what this is on? It almost looks like the grill of a car.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's something outside that almost looks like a fence or something maybe.
Right.
And if you have any pictures, go ahead and send them to us. Go to SiouxlandProud.com, click on the weather tab, and you'll see a send us your photos section. Click on that, and there's an easy form platform to upload pictures to our gallery, and we'll choose a few of them to show on air.
Very neat. All right, thanks a lot, Marcus. Cool shot. Well, Super Bowl Sunday might be all fun and games for the fans, but it's serious work for those working security. We're taking a look at the challenges of securing that big game in Tampa Bay coming up. But first, now the voters said yes to legalizing weed in South Dakota, lawmakers get to work on setting rules and regulations. Details next. We know in November, South Dakota voters approved 2 ballot questions legalizing marijuana, one for medical use, the other for recreational. And this means lawmakers at the Capitol have a lot of work to do. Reporter Tom Hansen showing us what they need to do to have these rules and regulations in place so state agencies and businesses know what to expect.
In Pierre, state lawmakers are introducing about a dozen bills concerning marijuana. Some of them have to do with regulating 2 voter-approved marijuana laws that go into effect on July 1st. Representative Mike Derby of Rapid City is spearheading a group called the Cannabis Caucus.
The Cannabis Caucus it's a loose affiliation of senators and House members, bipartisan. It's open to the public and lobbyists. So it's not really a true caucus.
Derby says the group is all about education and they are not crafting legislation. He has, however, proposed Bill 1225 and is approaching it from a business standpoint.
I've been in business my whole career. I've got some pillars that I'm working on. Number one, I want to make sure we generate as much revenue for the state of South Dakota as possible. Number two, I want to make sure we get rid of the black market as much as possible. And I'd like to utilize a framework of existing retailers or new retailers that handle adult use, age-appropriate products.
For example, alcohol and tobacco. Medical marijuana is supposed to go into effect July 1st of this summer. However, Derby says it takes around 14 months to set up the proper infrastructure, so he expects that to be delayed. And recreational or adult use marijuana is being challenged in court. In January, Governor Kristi Noem issued an executive order saying the state highway patrol superintendent can move forward with a lawsuit against recreational marijuana, which is an odd situation because the South Dakota Attorney General's office will be defending the voter-approved amendment. The South Dakota Supreme Court won't rule on the case until after the current legislative session, which ends on March 29th.
And the big game might still be a few days away, but in Tampa tonight, it is super security before the Super Bowl. We'll take a look at how coming up next. Stay with us. Super Bowl still just a few days away, but several federal agencies tonight already providing a blanket of security for the venue and surrounding area. Reporter Brian Ensign rode along with some of the Border Patrol agents protecting the event by air and by sea.
Within just a few minutes of taking off, we were high above Raymond James Stadium in Tampa with Customs and Border Protection's air and marine operations. Leading up to the Super Bowl, this is what they've been doing, circling and looking for anything suspicious below.
CBP, we're good at what we do. We enjoy the job that we do, and we are protecting the homeland 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. We're just going to take that expertise and the capabilities that we have out there in the field. We're bringing that to Tampa Bay for Super Bowl 55.
CBP flew us over the stadium and then over the Super Bowl fan experience packed with people.
The area around the Super Bowl stadium is restricted airspace, which means people without permission cannot fly in and out. And if they do, one of these Black Hawk helicopters will intercept them.
So if someone flies in this area, what happens next?
Well, it's a process. We have the Air Marine Operations Center based out of Riverside, California. They're going to be monitoring the airspace using tactical radar. If they see something, if they detect it, they're going to track it, and they're going to coordinate a response between us and DOD. Then we will go intercept that aircraft to determine whether they're friend or foe.
Security is tight not only in the air, but also on the water. Tampa is surrounded by waterways. Local and federal law enforcement have teamed up to secure the Riverwalk area and other canals near downtown.
As we ride through the city, what are you all looking for? What are you keeping an eye on?
You know, we're keeping an eye on anything that's not normal, anything that wasn't there. We've taken multiple trips up and down, anything that stands out that should not be there.
In many ways, the agents on the boats actually have an advantage because there's a lot they can see from the water that can't be seen from land.
You have so much water going through downtown. So, you know, you have to be ready for people doing things on the land and trying to use the water to get away.
Coming up. And if anyone tries to outrun the federal agents, good luck. These boats go up to 70 miles per hour.
It's like fun taking a live look outside now. Marcus returns with one more check on your weekend forecast. Stay with us. Before wrapping up here at 5, let's check in first with Tim for what's coming up at 6. Hi, Tim. Happy Friday.
Hey, good afternoon, and indeed it is Friday, Sophie. Big news from Des Moines today. Late this afternoon, Governor Reynolds announcing that she's going to roll back these COVID-related restrictions in the state beginning at midnight Saturday night. Masks will no longer be required inside venues. We'll take a closer look at what she's looking to do there coming up at 6. Also tonight, after World News Tonight, Republicans in the Iowa legislature are considering providing additional state funding to schools that started the year in school and not with virtual learning. A closer look there as well. And students enrolled in a 2-year program for those with intellectual or developmental disabilities are now eligible for some federal financial aid up at Northwestern College. KCAU 9 reporter Marina Bach takes a look at that as well. Again, all coming up after ABC's World News Tonight. Plenty of talk about the frigid temperatures still to come as well, unfortunately.
You're right, Tim. Thanks a lot. That is another top story, Marcus. And tell our viewers what they can expect overnight.
Yeah, it's going to be a cold night tonight. Temperatures dropping down into the low single digits, right around 4 degrees in Sioux City tonight. We could see snow moving in for central and southern Siouxland late tonight into tomorrow morning. It's not looking like a lot of snow. And again, tomorrow morning, we could see a little bit more snow out there with a high of only 13 degrees.
Yikes. All right. Thanks a lot, Marcus. Thank you for joining us. We'll both see you back here at 6. And until then, have a great night, everyone.